Okay. So in the last class, we had discussion about how to create an object without using new operator by using class dot for name, and how to uh, use this interface and implementation classes, and how to call this method whenever we want to change any implementation level. Just we will change this input other, so remaining code will be the same. So no need of code change, so that easily we can use that by using this interface concept. That's what we understood, right? Okay, so now we are going to understand the concept called jar. What is jar? So there is a concept called jar. Jar means Java or Q. What is that? Java or Q. So Java or Q means Java or Q. So what is Java or Q, and how to create a jar file, and what is the use of jar file? Generally, how we will use the jar file. So in the projects, we will try to understand. Okay. Once we created this jar file creation and all, we will try to understand this. Mm, you know, the class path concept also. Okay, the class path concept also. Okay, okay. Let me go to this here. So as usual, we have a program core Java, and this is the programs we have, which we are working on this. Right. Okay, what I will do is I already see how I created this interface and implementation classes. What I will do is, let us assume for the same example. Okay, code stream arithmetic is interface or class?
Interface.
It is interface, and there are some implementations are there. So there is a implementation or B implementation or C implementation kind of things are there. Okay, so let's uh, create the implementation in the form of jar. Let's make it that after implementation of the particular interface, let's form that all the implementation in a jar. Okay, so then distribution is will easy to distribute to the people, and we can send it. Let us say b.java. So b.java is implementation for this interface. Okay, which interface? Code stream arithmetic. But b.java program contains b extends a. What is that? B extends a. A is a abstract class, because A is directly implementing this code stream arithmetic interface. So that means how many classes involved for this implementation? A and B. Okay, let's rename it so that it will be understandable for you easily. So what I will do is, so this implementation is IBM. So IBM company is implementation. IBM implementation. I, yes, IBM arithmetic. Arithmetic implementation. So this is the class we are creating, IBM arithmetic implementation, and let's rename it to this abstract also, just for our understanding level. Instead of this A and B and all. So A is implementing here code stream arithmetic interface. Now I'm going to make this abstract. What is that? Abstract IBM arithmetic. Abstract IBM arithmetic. So this is the class which is trying to implement this code stream arithmetic. Okay, and let's rename this the class as well. File name as well. Okay, And let's go to the b.java. So b.java also we have to change, right? There is a b.java. Okay. So this name we made it is a IBM arithmetic. Okay. So now let's go and change in the file level also. What is the file level here? Okay. So let's see. Let me create one directory here instead of keeping all this file here. Let me create it. IBM.
Or in the B class, we you had written only IBM not written.
Oh, okay. Let me check. So b.java. That means this one, right? IBM.
IB arithmetic implement.
Okay. Even class level is also same, no?
Uh,
Then there won't be any issue generally. Okay, but anyway, we'll maintain the name. If it is maintaining this different way, I mean the file name and class name when it is having the class is a public, then it's a problem. Uh, okay, let me make it this. Okay, so I'm just taking these two classes, cut and uh, paste over here. Okay, so this is the implementation. This IBM folder has the implementation for what? Implementation for what? Code stream arithmetic. So
arithmetic.
code stream arithmetic is an idea, and that idea is implemented by IBM company. Okay, like this, by taking this an idea, many people can implement the idea, implement that idea. Okay, so right now the implementation is done by IBM. Okay, so now, so if I want to distribute it, okay, so the if the IBM company want to distribute it to someone else and they want to keep in a their you know their website, so some people can download it and they can use it, so the implementation. So generally if you give in the separation way, it's not that much good. I mean, it's not that much comfortable. Okay, so for that, so we can make this as a package. I mean, not package, we can make this as a one one file, so that so we can distribute it today. So we are taking a simple example. So we have two classes. Maybe if it is a big idea and some company is implementing that idea, there may be 100 classes, there may be 10 classes. So there may be many classes involved in that implementation. So it's a simple example we took, so that is why we have two classes here. But if it is a very big API and idea, and some companies are implementing that idea, so then there should be a lot of classes will be there, right? So then, so they have their implementation comes with 100 classes. Let's assume, okay. In that case, to distribution is not that much easy if they want to keep upload all 100 files and their website, or giving to the people with 100 files is not that much comfortable, and also it's not that much good. Okay, so so in the same way, so we have to make these two classes in one packet. Okay, how to make this one file? So we are going to understand that. So that means I'm going to take these two classes and I'm going to create as a jar contains many dot classes, like that I will. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to compile these programs, isn't it? So we have to compile. So how to compile, guys? We have to compile this program. So you know that as usual, how to compile this program. So so what is the problem in this command line? It is saying that Java C is not in recognized as internal or external command. So what is the problem, guys? Set path equal to C
Path.
program files Java JDK and bin. So this is the path I have given, so that operating system can understand where those these classes are there. Okay, so these files are there. So I mean, these Java C and these files are there. Okay, now what is the code we want to compile? Abstract arithmetic, and then IBM abstract IBM arithmetic, and then IBM arithmetic implementation. So these are the two files I have to compile. So look at this, guys. We got an error. The line number one, it says cannot find symbol. Which symbol, guys? What is the error? What is the symbol is not able to find the compiler? Compiler is not able to find code stream arithmetic. What is this? What is
Ghosty
this code stream
mathematics.
arithmetic? Compiler has to know, right? What is this code stream arithmetic? So because when you if they are on the same location, then it's okay. But now code stream arithmetic is in a different folder now. Correct, na? It's under the codes core Java. Okay, let me keep this as well into some other folder just for idea. So I'm just making this an idea. Okay, so folder. So let's take this code stream arithmetic dot class. I already compiled. Let me make it, let me keep it here. Okay, so now the compiler has to know where this code stream arithmetic dot class available as we are using. So as we are using where this that arithmetic, which arithmetic, so code stream arithmetic is we are already using in a IBM, but the compiler has to know where it is, otherwise they cannot compile it, na. So then there are so generally if all files are in the same location, we don't need to tell to the compiler, because the compiler by default behavior it will look into the current location wherever you are. If there is not, then where it has to search, so from where it has to get and need to compile. So this is not known by the compiler by default. We have to tell a compiler, if you are not able to find the classes in our current location, just go and look at in the current in this location. Okay, so that you whatever compilation dependency you have, try to search in this particular location, so that if you are and compile it. This is how we have to inform to the compiler. So that what is that way we will try to understand now. Okay, so now, so how to tell to the compiler, compiler, so where our dependent classes are available. So then, so that is the way, so there is a one way, so that is nothing but a class path. What is that concept called class path? Generally, why will set path variable? So to tell to the operating system where the these programs are available. Java C, Java, not only for Java. So that path variable will use it for any software. Okay, just we took that with respect to Java only. But path variable will be used by operating system to run the program where that programs are available. So that information has to be known by the this operating system. Otherwise, operating system cannot run the programs, na. So the Java C when I'm typing, so that is a program. Okay, that is a software which runs on the operating system. Operating system know where that program is installed in our machine. Then only the operating system can start your program. In the same way, so we are using the program, Java program. So the Java compiler has to know where the programs are available. So then only if that location known by the compiler, then it will try to compile. Okay, this is how it works. Now let me tell you the syntax, the same as it is. How the path variable will set path class path. Let us see, is there any value inside the class path or not. If you want to see that existing values of the any variable, these are all environment variables, any variable. So then how to look at this, echo percentage class path percentage. If you want to look at the values of path, echo percentage path percentage. So is there, if there is no any value for that I mean for that variable, then it will say, it will show as it is. Okay, so it seems that there is no. Now let's set it class path. Okay, just I'm setting this class path. Okay, class path equal to, so for this class path I have to give some location. Let me give the location C. Okay, C, and core Java, and then so idea. Okay, so this is the location I have set. This is the location. Okay, and semicolon dot. Dot means current location. This is how we. Now look at this echo. What is that? So it contains some location. So what is that location? C colon core Java idea. I just given the location. Like this, we can give n number of location to the class path. How we can give the n number of path locations to the path variable. In the same way, we can give the n number of locations to the class path. Okay, so now let's go and compile this abstract arithmetic. Is it compiled? Is it compiled, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
compiled.
sir.
Why? Earlier it did not compile. Now this time it's compiled. Why? The reason is the compiler is able to find the class where that is whatever the class it is using, where that class is able to find where that class is there. So that is able to find by the compiler. So by using the variable called class path. So what it does is it when that is trying to compile any program, if it is find where that particular program you are using, particular class you are using, then it will go to the class path variable. What is the locations it has? It will search in that location. If we don't set the class path variable those locations, then we cannot find it. Okay, so let us see, guys. Okay, so what I will do is this is how we will do it. And so let me compile this another program. What is the another program, guys? Another program, IBM arithmetic.java. Now this is giving an error. This is a different. Look at this. Class IBM arithmetic is public, should be declared in a file name IBM. Okay, we change it now, as you told, Renuka. Okay. So anyway, so as
So
told that, so what is the file name? So because that it got changed. Yeah. So let's go here. So IBM arithmetic implementation, and okay, still is not get changed. Okay.
aim.
Yeah. So now I saved the file, and let's go and recompile it. So the error is like that. Okay. Still we are using a, yeah. So here what is the class we have to extend, guys? What is the class we have to extend here?
A
Abstract.
class, sir.
No, there is no
First.
a class. No, I just we just
Abstract IBM.
abstract IBM arithmetic.
Abstract.
So let's try to copy the name from here. So instead of you know uh, uh, typing, always try to copy the names. Okay, don't type it. Okay, so now save it. So this is why, guys, the now I'm going to compile this IBM arithmetic.java now. So it's compiled now. So now you understood, right? So IBM arithmetic and abstract arithmetic we are trying to compile. So where it is using code stream arithmetic, and that is not available in the current location. But the compiler has to know where that is available. So to tell to the compiler where it is available, we have to set the locations, where what are different locations, what are the classes we are going to use in our program. So then for time being, we set one location to that class path variable. So because that location contain in that location that code stream arithmetic class is available. Okay, so now this is how we will compile that, isn't it? Okay, so now we already compiled. So look at this, guys. So what is the implementation? This is the implementation, and this is the implementation. Now let's these are not the implementation. I mean, these are all the not the dart classes. Let me copy here. Okay. So now these are the two dart classes. Like now our plan is to create a, jar file for these two dart classes. How to create a jar file for these two dart classes? Look at this, guys. We are in which location? C C drive, core Java, and IBM folder. Okay, jar hyphen cvf, and so I'm just telling you there is a command called jar. So jar means, like, how we have come Java C, how we have Java command to run a program. In the same way, to create a jar file, we have a command called jar. Where it is available, guys? It is available in bin folder. Which folder? Bin folder. Java program file J. Inside JDK, there is a bin folder. That means bin folder contains many tools, but frequently we will use Java compile and Java command. But this is also another command which we are using. And also I already told you one command. What is that? Java doc command. I think you know, guys, what is Java doc?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the use of Java doc?
All the information is available at that.
No, Java doc command we will use to create a document for a particular program, right? So not only program for a list of programs, we will create a document. So because what are the comments we are multiple multi-line comments, multiple comments we incorporated in that program. So all will be generated as a document. And also not only the comments, it will generate a document. What is the method name, class name, and what is the input, and with all those details that one file, one document will be created. So the document contains many HTML. This will be generated by which command? Java doc is going to take care of that. Like that, for our programs also we can create Java doc. Suppose someone want to understand what is there inside that, then also they can understand. Okay. Now what I will do is jar hyphen cbf. Jar is a one command. Okay, we have to use that jar to create a jar file. So jar, after that hyphen cbf. This is the thing parameters we have to give this. So hyphen cbf means C means create, V means verbose, and F means file. Okay, so what I will do is, for now, C means create a file. So that is the meaning. V I will talk about later. Okay, so what are the files we have to do? What are the files? Current files. I mean, what are the files available in the current location? Those are the files. So that is the reason I made it the dot. And then, you know, so what is the file name you have to use to create a jar, the jar file? Jar is nothing but we are just making that wrapper. Okay, and we are keeping all, we are making that one file. Okay, so now what is the file name? So I will say that IBM implementation dot jar. So this is the file I am going to create it. So just clicked on that. Oh, sorry guys. Just clicked on that, and so look at that. So jar, after that space cf, and then I file name, and then what is the location, I mean what are the files we have to in like, so put in this jar file. It just created. Look at this. Did you get the jar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So look at this. What this jar contains? It contains all the files of which we given the input. What is the input we gave? Dot. Dot means what? What is meaning of dot, guys? It's a current directory. So what is the current directory? IBM. What are the files available in that IBM directory? All files will be kept into that jar. So generally, we will keep a dot class only in the jar files generally, but it's not like, only for jar file we can keep anything there. Okay, we can keep .java files also, we can keep some documents also, we can keep some anything. So but it's like, you can assume that you guys know that gif file, right? Gif software, guys, do you know gif? There is a software
Yes, sir.
called gif. If you want to make it and extract it,
Understood.
something kind of the compress and uncompress. So for that purpose, it's same like that, it seems like that, but we have our own tool. We don't need to depend on downloading that some other software. We have our own tool. That means Java people developed their own tool to create this kind of thing and to extract also. That means we compress it now, and we kept all those things, and we can uncompress it also. So that is what. So while creating, what I explain you. So while creating, we have to give the command called, jar hyphen jar hyphen
CF.
cf. C means create a file, create a file. So, and also we can add one more thing, cvf, v also. And what is the use of, we'll see. So what is the file name we want to keep? IBM dot implementation dot jar, or else we can make it our simple IBM.jar. Okay. And then what are the files we want to keep? That location we have to give. Right now we are going to give the location is current directory. I'm just making the current directory. And look at this. Earlier it has not shown you anything. Now this time it has shown you. So that means V means verbose. That means if something is, some work is happening, if that is giving some commentary, so then we can say it's a verbose. So like one when cricket is playing by the cricketers, though there is a commenter will always all the time he will explain, he will tell, he will talk about that they're playing. Okay, so we can say we can understand what's happening there, what's happening there, like this. In the same way, so what's going to happen while doing this jar file creation? If you want to see those, then you can use that V option after C. That is nothing but a verbose option. That means verbose, it will do. See, what are the things it has done? It is talked about it. Just it talked about it. It's saying that adding this file, adding this file, adding the manifesto, like this. These are the three things. And let us say there are thousands of classes doing, so that we can understand by this way, okay, this class is going to add, this is class. So like this, we can understand that what's going to happen. So without telling this kind of information also, we can create it. So that's optional, up to you. So if you want to use the V option, we can use it. Otherwise, it's not a issue. We can create it jar. But if you don't use V, you will not understand what are the things that happen at a runtime. So that's up to you guys. So we can use it. But generally, people will use jar hyphen cvf and then file name and the location where what is the file, where what are the files you want to keep in the that location. We have to give the input. So do this so that we can jar file is will create easily. Now jar file is created. Now this jar file is easy to distribute to the people. Okay, it's easy to distribute to the people. Look at this, guys. I can delete these things also now. So IBM means IBM.jar is there. Okay, in the same way, let us say there is a one more company called TCS. TCS is going to implement this. Okay, so how the TCS is going to implement these programs, and we'll say that simple. I'm taking two companies only. Generally, the idea will be implemented by many companies, at least by one company. So like that, so then only we can use at least one implementation. That is how we will use it. This is the example, guys. But real time, there are a lot of many interfaces and many implementation classes will be there. So, but there also the concept wise it's same. Okay, now I'm going to paste it over here and I'm going to rename it. Okay, so now this time I'm going to rename it. So that means TCS is trying to implement the implementation for what? Implementation for fourth stream arithmetic. Now this time I'm going to make this as a TCS arithmetic. Okay, and abstract TCS arithmetic, and let's go here. What is that? IBM. I'm going to rename it TCS arithmetic
Nothing.
implementation. And also we have to change the file class names as we change the file names. And let's go and change it. Okay, so the code stream arithmetic is common for this implementation also, because every company is implementing based on that code stream arithmetic idea. So in the same way, that will be used by any implementation. So now let me open this TCS and I'm renaming it. So now, guys, maybe the logic we can maybe different. Okay, this is a implementation done by done by whom? Now let's go to the command prompt and let's move into TCS folder. So how to move, guys? So from there, do you remember the commands? CD dot dot. If you use, then it will go one step back, and then so what I'm going to do is here CD space, um, you know, So we are going to use the TCS folder. So now we are into TCS. Now TCS, we are trying to Java C. What is that? Abstract tcs.java, and try to compile. Now this will compiled already because we already set the class path, na? So the class path will be the using Java compiler. We don't need to set once again. So now Java C, and let me compile another program. Java C. What is that? You know,
ACS
yes,
abstract.
abstract. So this is the no. So but still, if you see that, you know, this extends. It is extending this IBM.
IBM.
Actually, it's supposed to be TCS because we copy paste. No, that is it. So TCS. So now because this abstraction is there, that is not able to find. That is the reason it's giving an error. So now this moment I'm going to compile TCS arithmetic implementation once again. Now it's compiled successfully. If you look at this, this is the compiled successfully. Now this is the .java and this is the .java, and just I'm taking out this .java file here. And so now what it contains, guys, this TCS folder contains only the dot classes of that implementations. Okay, this implementation for whom? Code stream arithmetic idea. Okay, now we have to create a, what we have to create, guys, we have to create a jar file for this as well. How to create, guys? How to create a jar file? Jar
Where I can see it.
CVF, CVF, and file name. So let's say the file name is tcs.jar, tcs.jar. Okay. So now after that, which what are the files you have to keep? Which location? The current location.
Current location.
So that is the reason I'm giving. If you want to keep another location file, you can give the location there. C drive, D drive, something like that. Okay. Now this moment it's created the jar. So now, so we, if you see that the jar is already created or files are placed in that jar. Okay. Now this is how, guys, we have two implementation, and so the one idea. Okay. If someone want to use that implementation, how can you use? This is our project, guys. This is our project. Okay, this is our project. Look at this. Test.java is our project. Now I want to use IBM arithmetic, IBM implementation. So if I want to use IBM implementation, what is the implementation class, guys? What is the implementation class? IBM. What is the implementation class? IBM.
Arithmetic implement.
Yes, IBM arithmetic implementation. Let's go and check. So how do you know this? Because let's say I will give you this class as just I will give you that. So only the jar file. Okay, only jar file give you. So what do you do? So what do you do with this IBM? So what do you do with this? Just I will give you. So you guys, I will tell you that this IBM has IBM is the implementation. Before giving, just I will say this is the jar file. This has some implementation. Use it. Okay. So now by taking this, you don't know what is this implementation, what is the purpose of this of the classes of this in this jar, how many, what are the classes available. So what is that, you don't know, right? So anyway, you just saw that, that is why you know that. But if I give this class to the new person, okay, so new person who doesn't know anything, who know only Java, but you don't know what is that. So let us say I will give this is Muni, because Muni don't know anything, no? Muni. So because he doesn't aware of that. What is the class is inside that, right? So what is the class inside that? So then it is very difficult for him to use it, right? Isn't it? It is very difficult to. So then, so we have to create a document for this implementation. We have to create a document for this implementation. How to create a document, guys? How to create a document? How to create document, you know that, right? So let us
Java
say,
doc.
yeah, let us say abstract, so let us say we will try to create document for TCS now. Okay, I think we changed the names, no? Okay. TCS now. Okay, TCS.jar. So how to create a document for this, we'll see. Okay, These are the files. Hmm? I will keep the document here. Okay, I will just say that doc, or else I will say doc. Sorry, doc. So now then I'm going to take these files, keeping here. So now I have to create a document for this. Okay. Uh, do we add any comments here? So we have not added, but still we can create it. So if you want, add it and we can create it. So now how to create, guys? And we are these files are available in a doc folder. Let's go to the command prompt and and let's move to that doc. You know that doc. We are in doc now. So under this TCS. And now what is the command we have to use? Java. What is the command we have to use? Java. Java hyphen d dot. So what is the what is the we have to use? So oh, sorry guys, destination directory for output files. So we can use this dot and then you know, one second. So these are all the options, guys, how to use this Java doc. So options is options, package name, source files, and files. So where is the what is the source files you want to involve? So what I will do is we can say the source files are these two source files, right? There are many source files we can involve in the Java doc, not only one. So what we will do is I will try to do is so Java doc is a command, and then we have to create the current files and the destination where you want to create a document. Yeah, current directory only I want to create document. That's the reason I just kept that dot. And then what are the files? Start.java. I will use start.java. What is start.java? All the .java files which are available here. If you want to create only document for one file, .java file, that is also possible. You can create TCS arithmetic.java, then also it works. Now I'm just use that Java doc hyphen d, and d means where the destination will be happen, and I just give the dot and then a files. Now look at this, guys. I just created a document for which two classes, and it generated many files. Okay, and now I just remove these two dot Java. Okay, so now this document is ready. This document is ready for that implementation. So now, so when I'm distributing to the people, I mean others, so which is developed by TCS. TCS, whenever it is they are distributing, they are not sharing any source code. Are they sharing any source code? No, they are sharing only jar file. What jar file contains now? It contains only dot class files. And this document is also they are providing. They are telling about what are the methods and all, but they are not sharing any source code here. Okay, and look at that. What is the index? There is an index is there. Just if you click on the browser, so it will clearly give you that two classes. Okay, this implementation, this jar file contains two classes, and this is extending this is extending this like this, and these are the methods we have, sub method and all. If we add some comment, that also will be displayed here. Okay, now it is easy for new person also to understand, right? Because that person, whenever you want to use that implementation, then you can go through the document and you can understand, okay, this jar contains these are the things. Then you can easily use that jar implementation, that implementation in their project. So now for now, where is our project, guys? This is test.java is a project, and we want to use that implementation. And how to use that implementation, and and we'll see in a next class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you.